The Norris Nuts are moving again. So in the Norris Nuts recent video, Justin actually talks about a house he's looking into and wanting to buy. And at first, when you watch this clip, you're probably thinking, okay, maybe he just fancies a house. But no, because Saber actually says, is that why Justin and Brooke, their parents, were talking to a real estate agent? So what does this mean?
Some news. We actually had a look at a house just here, and I think we might be moving again.
Are you serious?
No,
I don't
want to
hear it. I don't want to hear about it.
We've just got an offer on our house that we just can't refuse though.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
What if we did?
No. Wait, that's why you guys were meeting with the real estate agents the other day?
That house there.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
No
way.
No, but like the thing is, it's good, but we need space. We can't just like be living like on top of other people.
Yeah. You've been so skinny recently.
Yeah, is that why? The Norris just can't settle and choose where to be. No, we can.
But obviously, if someone just gives you an offer you can't refuse on your house, like that's obviously, you know, kind of good for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy to hear because they just moved into their new house in Bondi and that took them about 4 years to do that. So what do you all think about this? Let me know in the comments down below.
Fans are worried about Satie Nelson. Now, if you don't know who Satie is, she is from a popular family vlog channel here on YouTube called Not Enough Nelsons. She is one of the 9 children that Benji and Tiffany adopted. Fans are worried about Satie's reposts on TikTok. Let's get into it. But before we get into it, it's quite common that teenagers repost TikToks that they relate to, so just saying, putting that out there. But obviously, some of the reposts she's been reposting are a bit concerning. I don't think people understand how stressful it is to explain what's going on in your head when you don't even understand yourself. That is clearly one of the many concerning TikToks she's reposted. Another one reads, "You held me underwater, and every time I was beginning to drown, you'd briefly let me up for air, and then you would suffocate me all over again." Just because she's an influencer, she is still a 17-year-old teenager, just like every other high school girl. And as I was digging through her repost, I found something that maybe would give us a clue or a hint towards what she's going through. I noticed that she's been tagging a whole lot about an ex-boyfriend. So in my opinion, I think perhaps maybe this is about a guy. It's clear that Piper and her ex Gavin have a strong dislike for each other. I mean, they go on social media and pretty much just mock each other constantly. Especially that one time where Piper flushed a picture of Gavin in her toilet.
You know, I would say something.
Piper just dissed you, bro. You gotta say something.
I know I would, but I don't want to break the contract.
I mean, they make it known on social media how much they dislike each other, so it's not like a huge secret. What's even stranger about this whole ordeal is the fact that they still follow each other on Instagram. So Gavin still follows Piper, and Piper still follows Gavin. Okay. Honestly though, it's been a while since Gavin made a TikTok about Piper, and same for Piper. Seems like they both moved on. Piper is in a relationship with this guy, and Gavin seems to be hanging out with Nadal's sister a lot, and they make a ton of videos together on TikTok. Maybe the feud between Gavin and Piper finally came to an end? Who knows? So Ariana is one of the many children adopted by Aaron and Crystal, also known as Crazy Pieces here on YouTube. They are a huge Mormon family who adopted a ton of children through foster care and post their daily lives on YouTube. To keep this very long story short, basically Aaron and Crystal have this daughter named Ariana. Now, Ariana recently decided to move away to Georgia to pursue a career in acting, so she decided to enroll in SCAD in Georgia. The Crazy Pieces filmed this whole ordeal, moving Ariana from Arizona to Georgia, and made so many videos about this. Ariana was only attending this college for a few months before it was rumored that she dropped out earlier this year. And sadly, those rumors were true. She did indeed drop out. Ariana never really addressed these rumors herself. It was kind of rumored around on the internet until eventually it was confirmed that she actually did drop out. Now keep in mind, during this entire time Ariana was in college, she hasn't really seen her family in a while and was supposed to go out to meet them and see them a few times, but had problems with missing her flight several times. And at this point, everyone assumed that Ariana and her mom Crystal were probably having some problems, and that's why Ariana kept up with the excuse why she couldn't make it to Arizona to be with her family. This back and forth left fans confused because if you grew up watching Crazy Pieces, you would know how close Ariana is with her family, especially her mom Crystal. They're like inseparable. At least that's what the fans thought. Just recently, Ariana was supposed to fly out back to Arizona to be with her mom on her birthday. Sadly, yet again, that did not happen, and Ariana claims that she missed her flight yet again. Crystal posted this video on their Crazy Pieces channel explaining more about that. We can see Crystal is devastated over this.
Birthday. So Ariana is not coming. What? She missed her flight.
Now, what's Ariana's excuse this time? Why did she miss her mom's birthday? And why couldn't she fly back to Arizona to be with her family? In a TikTok live, Ariana tries her best to explain, without actually explaining anything at all, why she didn't want to travel back to Arizona and what happened with that whole ordeal. Everyone in the comments or live chat are asking her, like, what happened? Can you explain? And she decides to say this.
So you just don't care. Yeah, me addressing online my family's business is, yeah, that's me not caring. Yep, you did it. I'm not the one who said something. So I'm not gonna speak on something that I haven't spoke on yet, because I don't want my business out there. My business, mine, the stuff that happens in my life, I'm not gonna share. I don't have to. I can share what I want to share, and if you guys think that's me being rude, then that's your opinion. I don't have to share everything. Just because one person said something doesn't mean that I have to go and explain myself. Just my take on it. How is that? How is me not saying what I don't want to share me being immature? How am I being immature?
Though little information was given from Ariana in that live stream, a few weeks ago, Ariana did post this video on her YouTube channel addressing some assumptions about her and goes into a little bit of more detail explaining traveling back to Arizona to be with her family again. She explains how Arizona, where she grew up, where she was born, where she got adopted, has a lot of trauma on her, and apparently going back is just too much pressure on her. She says that she's trying to get away from that part of her life and is trying to start a life of her own. Every time she goes back home, causes a lot of anxiety. Check out this clip.
KNS75 says, my assumption is you don't want to move back to Arizona to be near family. Honestly, my look on this is like, and I'm going to try not to get emotional with some of the questions I answer, but it's like, growing up, I was born and raised in Arizona. Everything I went through, whether it was good, whether it was bad, it all happened there. So I can never see myself, and my eyes are watering already, I can never see myself going back, because it's like every time I go back, it just feels like I'm reliving everything that I went through all over again.
Now fans are left wondering, is this just one big excuse? Is there a bigger reason why she didn't want to go back home to be with her family and to see her mom on her birthday? Are there problems between her and her family and her parents? And is she using the whole Arizona bad vibes thing as one big excuse to not be with her family?
I totally forgot to mention two huge important details here. One is that when Ariana was live on TikTok, she pinned this comment saying there are two sides to every story, hinting that there is a huge, bigger ordeal between maybe her and her family, and that's why she didn't go back home. Also, this comment says that in Ariana's live, she says that she is going to Puerto Rico for her friend's birthday. Now everyone's left thinking, why can she travel to Puerto Rico for her friend, but couldn't go back home to see Crystal, her mom, on her birthday? What do y'all think about this? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below.
This might be the end of the Norris Nuts. So guys, as you guys may know, the whole moving from Newcastle to Bondi has been an ongoing process for over the past 4 to 3 years. This has been the majority of the Norris Nuts content for years, and I feel like finally it's come to an end, and a lot of legends think this might be the end of the Norris Nuts, because as you guys may know as well, like I said, this content has been going on for years, and it was like the hype of their channel, the peak of their channel really. Everyone was anticipating this huge move, which rooms would be assigned to who, and it was like the main plot for the Norris Nuts. And now that that's over and they've officially left Newcastle to Bondi, what's next for their channel? I know it's a bit early to point this out since they have recently moved to Bondi, but I feel like they are slowly running out of ideas. I think for the past 2 or so years, the whole plot of the NN was to move, and to be honest, it was kind of entertaining to see how it would all play out. Like who would get the rooms and all, but now that everything is settled, it's kind of disappointing to see that none of them actually got the rooms that they first thought they would get. Also, now that they have moved, their content feels extremely staged and boring. Nothing's as if it was before. All they post is fighting, and even more fighting. So a lot of the legends feel like that the Norris Nuts content is going downhill ever since the big move, and this might be the end of the Norris Nuts. And like from now on, their content is just going to be repetitive and boring. That's what some legends are saying. Do y'all agree with this? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, besties, if you want a shout out in my video, all you have to do is tag me in some tea on TikTok, on YouTube, or on Instagram.